Hi student, coming to the next type of inheritance, that is a hierarchical inheritance. So in the previous videos I explained about the single inheritance, multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance. Now let us see the hierarchical inheritance. So hierarchical inheritance means more than one subclass is inherited from a single base class, that you call it as a hierarchical inheritance. So hierarchical inheritance means you have more than one subclass, that all the subclasses will inherit it with the help of only single base class. That is, more than one derived class is created for single base class. So let us see this. This is one class. This class will acquire the properties of one base class. Okay, so this is hierarchical. Here only one the one subclass is inherited from single base class, means more than one subclass. So this is a more than one subclass is inherited from only the single base class. Okay, so this is class A, class B, class C, class D, E, F, G. So this is the representation of hierarchical inheritance. More than one subclass is inherited from a single base class. So let us see the example for this hierarchical inheritance. Coming to the program, #include IO stream using namespace std. So coming to the first base class, so it has only the single base class. First come to the base class. So here I am calling the class vehicle. Vehicle is a base class. So here I am writing the function that should be declared as a public. Public vehicle is a function name, so that if I declare it as a public, this function can be inherited in any other class, but it should be within the program. Cout, so I am printing the message, this is a vehicle. Okay, so close the base class. Now coming to second subclass. So this is one base class. Coming to second subclass. Second subclass. So what is the second subclass? So let us take class bus I am taking. It inherits the properties of the vehicle base class. One is bus if you take. So another is something like a car, whatever it may be, you just take that. So class, here I am writing, I'm sorry, a small mistake. So I didn't write the first subclass. Instead of writing the first subclass, I am writing the second one. So this is a base class. So for this base class, first you write the first subclass. First subclass. So what is the first subclass? Class car. So just take the car, public vehicle. Don't be confused. Here I am not writing anything because I am just inheriting the properties of these base class. So first subclass is class car public vehicle. Now coming to the second subclass. Second subclass. So what is the second subclass here? I am writing the bus. So class bus public vehicle. Okay, so here also I am not writing anything because I am inheriting the whatever there is in the base class. So I created two subclasses, that is a car and the bus. Now I'll write the main function for this program. So just write the main function, that is int main. Now create the object. I'm creating two objects because here you are having the two subclasses. So for car and the bus are the two subclasses. So for car I'm creating obj1 and for the bus I'm creating obj2 and return 0. So here these creating objects of subclasses with invoke the constructor of a base class. So then what will be the output here? Okay, so what will be the output for this? So whenever I create car obj1, first it enter into this first subclass. So car, for this class obj is the object created, obj1. So here it inherits the properties of the public vehicle. So it enter into here and it prints this is a vehicle. So the output first object is this is a vehicle. So now it comes to the second object. So second class, for the bus class obj2 is the object. So now it comes to this second subclass. So bus, for this the object is obj2. So this class bus inheriting the properties whatever there in the public vehicle. So again this class comes to this here and it read this message and print this message. Again the output should be for obj2 this is a vehicle. Okay, so this is the output for the hierarchical inheritance. So here this is a vehicle. Vehicle is a base class and for this subclasses car and bus. Okay, now coming to the hybrid inheritance. So the next fifth one is hybrid. So the hybrid inheritance is also called as a virtual inheritance. So let us see this hybrid inheritance. So hybrid inheritance means it is implemented. It is implemented by combining more than one type of inheritance. So you have just to remember this hybrid inheritance is nothing but it is combining more than one type of inheritance. Means it is combining, for example, it is combining hierarchical inheritance and multiple inheritance. So it is combining both the properties of hierarchical and multiple inheritance. So if you see this pictorial representation, then you will understand. Here this is one class and this is one class and here this is another class. So again this class. So here you can see it is a combination of both hierarchical and multiple. So this is a hierarchical. Multiple means one derived class and one or more base classes. That is multiple. So this is class F, class G, B, E, A, C. Okay, so just see here. So this you call it as a multiple. And this you call, this three layers, you call it as a hierarchical. So hybrid inheritance is a combination of both hierarchical and multiple inheritance. So let us see the example of this, then you will understand what is this hybrid inheritance. So the example for this, let us see the program. Hash include IO stream using namespace std. So now coming to the base class. So don't be confused here. You can see more than one base class because it combination of hierarchical as well as the multiple. So coming to the base class, that is the class vehicle. that I declared it as a public so that other classes can inherit these functions. Vehicle. So here I am printing the message like Cout. This is a vehicle. So close this base class. Now coming to another thing. So another base class. So another base class. So that is class fare, that I declared it as a public. So here the function fare, I am printing the message Cout is fare of a vehicle. Okay, so I created two base classes. Now coming to the first subclass. So coming to first subclass. So let us take class car. Class car, it is inheriting the first base class, that is a public vehicle, not public fare. It inheriting the only the class car. This is a subclass, and for subclass vehicle is the base class. So I am not writing anything because it is inheriting whatever the message in the public vehicle. Now coming to the second subclass. The second subclass is class bus. It inheriting the properties of, just see here, public vehicle as well as public fare. Means both the base classes. So here also I am not writing anything because it is inheriting from two classes. Now coming to the main program. Int main. Just create an object for bus obj2. Return 0. So why I am creating only for this? Because this class is inheriting from both the classes. So just create it inherits the properties of first subclass as well as this, it inherits the properties of the vehicle as well as the public fare. Just I am creating obj2. Okay, so here it creating object of subclass will invoke the constructor of the base class. So whenever I create object bus obj2, first it enter into here. Okay, so but here it inherits the properties of the vehicle and the public fare. Now coming to here, so what are the inherited, what is the, first it is public vehicle. So come to here, so it prints a message as this vehicle. Next it comes to the fare, fare of a vehicle. So next it prints this. So the output for this is, first it prints this is a vehicle. Next it prints fare of vehicle. So this is the hybrid inheritance. Just I am representing in pictorial diagrammatic representation. This is a vehicle. This is one base class I created. So here I created two base class, vehicle and fare. So I am writing vehicle and fare, two base classes. First subclass only inheriting the properties of the vehicle. So only it inherits the properties of the first subclass is a car. Inherit the properties of this only the vehicle. Now second subclass, that is a bus, inherits both public and vehicle and fare. So this is a bus. It inheriting the properties of both vehicle and fare. Bus is inheriting both vehicle and fare. So this you can call it as, this representation is nothing but multiple, and this representation you call it as a hierarchical. So this is hybrid. So hybrid is a combination of both hierarchical plus multiple inheritance, that you call it as a hybrid. So this is hierarchical representation. So up to this is hierarchical representation, and this is multiple inheritance. So hierarchical plus multiple, you will get the hybrid. Okay. So this is about this different types of inheritance. So first is single. I'm just like explain, single means A, B. Okay. This is single. Multiple means A, B, C. This is multiple. Next, multi-level means one class inherit the properties of the another class. So one derived class will inherit the properties of another derived class. So this is multi-level. This is single. This is multiple. Hierarchical means this is hierarchical. Hybrid means combination of both. A, B, C, D. Okay. So this is hybrid. So these are the different types of inheritance: single inheritance, multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, and hybrid inheritance. I hope you understand about clearly about all these different types of inheritance. Thank you.